Like, I know that this is obviously central to the never-ending mission of this show, but what are the tools for breaking free from this kind of pain or this sort of mindset?
I think, and this is Darrel's go-to tool for almost everything sexuality, and that is, you are the first sex partner you'll ever have, and you are probably, and maybe, the last sex partner you ever have. So pay attention to yourself, pay attention to your body, learn how to give yourself pleasure, learn what your needs are, and you can't possibly communicate to another person what you want or need if you haven't explored a little bit yourself. Now, I will say this also, that once you do get in a relationship with somebody, once you've had some experience with another human being, and I'm just mean another human being, I don't care what gender they are, an experience with another human being teaches you even more about yourself. I have so many times in my life recognized that a sexual relationship is not all about the sex. I mean, to me, the most interesting part of the sex act happens after the sex is over, and we're just sitting there talking about what we did today, or what we want to do tomorrow, or what our concerns are and our emotions, because the hormones that are released in our brain through sex allows us to relax and communicate with another human being in ways that you probably couldn't do before the sex was over. So there's two things there. Number one, learn yourself, masturbate, use porn, do whatever you have to do to learn who you are. And second, when you do have sex with another person, enjoy it and learn about yourself and what you want, and learn how to communicate that to your partner. So that's two tools. And I think men and women alike can benefit from what Betty Dodson did. She was focused on women, of course, but a lot of what she said applies to men too. And it especially applies to some of the shit I'm seeing going on in the incel movement and the QAnon and, all these cults that are rising up that have a fucking basis in bad ideas about sexuality and the role of men and the role of women in our society. I could talk all day about this. You know that. So
yeah. Well, and I'll just remind folks that there are links to Betty Dodson's work, as well as a number of other folks that we've talked about, that I'll make sure to include in the show notes to this episode. And I guess just to say, there are so many opportunities for change. I've said it a couple of times tonight, and I just want to continue to beat that drum and let you know that these are all issues that you can heal from. And there's so much on the other side of this kind of pain. So there will be links to a lot of that information when you're done watching this episode. But before we get out of here, I want to make sure to thank everybody that helps make this episode possible. All of the folks in our crew. We have an incredible cast of folks who put together a number of different pieces.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you all so much for all of your hard work. And Darrel, I appreciate you joining us again. It's been too long since we've had you on the show. It
hasn't. It's my own darn fault. I've been so busy with recovering from religion. It's not because I don't love you. I've been neglectful in our relationship, but I'll try to be better in the future.
I've heard that before, and I've been hurt before. So just be gentle with my heart.
I will try. There is a couple of last things. We got time for a couple of things?
Please do.
Okay, one thing in answer to your earlier question I wanted to add, and that is, if you're having trouble getting over the idea of masturbating or enjoying yourself, I would recommend a little exercise where you just get your lube out, you get your, get naked or whatever you're going to do in your quiet place where you're private, and focus on the pleasure. And then also, as you're doing that, you'll hear the purity culture messages coming in. This is bad. This is wrong. God doesn't want this. Jesus hates me. Whatever it is that's coming through your head. Pay attention to those thoughts. Just let them come into your head, even as you're playing with your clit or your cock, and just let them come in and let them float right on by, and then let the next one come in. Let those things be there. Don't fight them, because when you fight them, you give them power. But I think you should just acknowledge them, say, thank you, I'm glad you told me that, and move on. Get the next one. And pretty soon, I think what you'll find, after, it doesn't happen in one session, but after many sessions, maybe 4, 5, 10 sessions over a period of 2 or 3 months, I think you'll start seeing those things disappear, and you can start paying attention to your body. You can start paying more attention to your partner and what they want. It's a really interesting exercise. I recommend it frequently to people.
Yeah, you know, I've never heard radical acceptance applied to masturbation, but it fits perfectly.
It does, doesn't it? And last but not least, go find out about Recover from Religion. We have lots of services that people who, if you just want to talk to somebody about your sexuality, we have people that will talk to you. It's all free. You can chat in, you can call in. And after you've done that, if you feel good about what you receive, you can ask them to invite you to our community, or you can come in and talk to 1,500 other people that have the same problems you've got. And it's all anonymous. It's all, we respect everybody's confidentiality. We just want to be, we're just here to help people. That's all we want to do. And if you can give us some few bucks, this is our fundraiser right now, between now and Thursday, when we'll be on, actually on Wednesday, I'll be on Matt Dillahunty's podcast, and we'll be talking about the fundraiser too. So I'll be on the Hang Up next Wednesday, and then I'll be on your friendly neighborhood atheist on Thursday. So it's a big push to get us out there and let people know we exist, what our services are, and get some donations from folks. Thanks for having me on today, Christy.
Yeah, for sure. And that's, again, Recovering from Religion, recoveringfromreligion.org, and then details about the fundraiser, partnering with your friendly neighborhood atheist. That's all in the show notes to this episode. Otherwise, I think it's time. Darrel, I feel like I have to let you do this. What should everybody out there go and do for themselves?
Everybody should go out there and give themselves a big orgasm. Or give somebody else a big orgasm.